to 70 in Boston. So, and it was so easy for it. And then Scott was like, nailed it. I recorded it, improv a lot, and everything was one take. Whatever I used, whatever I did, he used. That was a huge ego boost.
You know, it's funny. Everywhere you go, there's that old man. Because like I'm Southern. That same guy lives in the South too. He just has a different accent. He's at the VFW. And, you know, he'll give you at least a 30-minute story on why he didn't want to raise the price of beer at VFW from $1 to $1.50. Right? And then now I live in El Paso, Texas, and it's that same guy, but he's Mexican. But he will still talk to you forever about, well, it's like my exterminator the other day was an old guy, and he talked to me forever about scorpions, roaches, ants, wasps. And I was like, you are the exact, other than having brown skin and a Mexican accent, you are the same old dude at the VFW in Oxford, Mississippi.
It's that body, when they're telling you the story, you have that body language, like, yeah. All right, finish this stuff. Yeah. And you can see you're trying to, but then, hold on, let me talk to you something. Oh, gosh,
Scorpions love to wear, it's wet, you know, and it's just forever. I auditioned for Mr. Hippo also, and so Joe got his first part, and he started following me on social media, and I was like, who's this dude that's following me and commenting on my stuff? And then I click on him, and I say, oh, he's in Five Nights at Freddy's. So then I click on him, and so then we're like fast friends, and because not everybody that's a voice actor for Five Nights at Freddy's is just like birds of a feather, but we're kind of the same kind.
We are.
That's Kellen like.
Some of them are like, I don't know. Some of them are like 20. I'm 48. I don't really.
Yeah, I'm 35, so. Wow, younger than you.
I know you're that young.
I had to post it.
But so we were buddies, and then we're getting all the same auditions. And it was like, oh, dude, I auditioned for Mr. Hippo.
What did you do for it?
I'm like, I've got an advantage over Joe and Mr. Hippo because I know Five Nights at Freddy's and I know Scott, and I'm going to go to a dark place with Mr. Hippo. I didn't realize in the custom night there wasn't really any lore, that Mr. Hippo probably wasn't some sad, murdered old man, that he was just a funny hippo, right? And so I was like, I'm going dark, and I was like, I'm going to be sad about this. I was like, my friend, you have met a terrible demise. You know, it was still dramatic, it was still funny.
Good. I listened to it.
But his was like, you know, it's like I was saying to my friend Orville, you know, and Mama, and I was like, oh, jeez. If Joe gets that, and then like the next day he just finished my recording session.
Yeah.
What? Oh man. So, my favorite character in Custom Night by far. All right. Well, that was a long answer to that one question. So who's sixth next? No, who's next? Yes, sir.
What did you do before your career in FNAF voice acting? Like, what did you do?
This is so everybody assumes, and I'm gonna say you're assuming, but most people assume, wow, this is your first job. No, I've been a voice actor for 13 years. I was a voice actor for 12 years before I even got FNAF. I started 4 or 5 network animated series. They're Emmy nominated, but nobody heard of me, which is fun. I'm fine with that because I get to stay home and hang out with the kids and do my work. So that's good, and that's why I got into voiceover, because I wanted a flexible career where I didn't have to work that 9 to 5, and it's just like, oh God, I just can't stand this. But long story short, I've been a voice actor. I've been in this business for 13 years, making a great living. But it's like a catch-22. You want to be known, but I don't want to be famous. I want to be known in the industry so I can do other projects. I can work on bigger things. I want to do a Pixar film, but I don't want the fame necessarily. I want people to say, all right, that's Joe, he did that, let's get him in for an audition for this. Like, that's the kind of fame. I don't care about being known. But, like, it's just so hard when fans go, man, you should be a voice actor. I'm like, I am.
What did you do before the 13 years?
Like commercials, radio?
No, before 13 years. 14 years ago, what were you doing?
Oh.
Was there like a college for voice?
No, I was like, I dropped out of college. I was loading containers at Boston, because I'm from Boston. Logan Airport, working with FedEx, all that stuff. And they were like, you can't be a voice actor if you got a thick Boston accent. Oh, yeah, I know. I should probably change that. And so I started working on it, losing the Boston accent, neutral. But that also helped with the other voiceover work I do. I said at the opening ceremonies, I voice double for a lot of different celebrities. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice double, Christian Bale's voice double, Ryan Reynolds, John C. Reilly,
Ice-T.
Man, y'all know Ice-T, man, it's great. Man, you look like the perp I seen inside this girl's apartment. But no, it's like, it's a fun job, so you learn different accents, so that kind of helped me, but yeah, but just,
I thought you were like a claims adjuster or something.
I mean, I was, but then that was, yeah, I was worked insurance, I worked at John Hancock, but while pursuing voice acting at the same time, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, so I left. And you?
Well, so I'm pretty old and I've only been doing voiceover since 2013. So I've done a lot of stuff, but the big thing I did was I was a teacher. I was a middle school teacher forever, mostly math and science. And then the last 3 years before I quit and went full-time voiceover, I was the STEM teacher, the 8th grade STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. So 3D printing, robotics, you know, that was a blast. And I really love that, and I miss those kids and I miss that subject. I don't miss that career field at all. It's demanding. Also, pretty much my side hustle for the past 30 years is I've been in the Army Reserve. That's my part-time job. And this past year they called me up to active duty. So I'm actually on active duty right now. So all day, every day right now, I work 9 to 5 for the Army. And then I go home and I work 5 to whatever.
Hardest voice actor in high school.
I am pumping out some work, but it's hard. But that's what I did all before that. So I started voiceover.
Serving.
Yep.
New York was like, soldiers. No, I'm kidding. We guys have a big soldiers and sailors club downtown. It's like cheap apartments for soldiers when they're visiting. I mean, it's pretty cheap, but it's still, you know, if you're a young soldier, it's a good thing to stay in. All right, did I answer the question?
Yes.
What did you do before voiceover? Okay, yes.
So like for Handy, the whole like exotic buggers and casual bloggers, did you anticipate that being as like unique and big?
No. I mean, and the first, I got one script at a time, and I know it was 5 nights at Freddy's, but I didn't know there would be, 5 nights. And so I got the first script, and I thought, that's funny. That's funny. For those of you who are uninitiated, my character, each night autocorrects something you're typing on his screen. And so the first night he changes your name to Expended. And then I got night 2's script, and it was you get to choose the voice you're going to listen to from now on. Wait, was that night 2? And you get, it's like 1 for male, 2 for female, and angsty teen.
Angsty, yeah.
And then the third night, you get to choose the music that you're going to listen to.
Yeah.
We have smooth jazz.
Yeah.
Tropical rainforest.
Forest.
And then it's like casual bongos. So on the 5th night, when I got the 5th night script, it was exactly how you guys felt when night 5 starts. Like, oh God, what's he going to sing? Except I could read it. And that was the only night I recorded it in the studio. So I had to explain all of this like I just did to you, to the engineer. Because he was like, what? Exotic butters. So your gift basket gets corrected to exotic butters. Had no idea. I don't think it would have become such a meme without Markiplier.
Yeah.
He's such an entertainer. I mean, I know Scott had put the basket of butters on that final menu. Yeah. You click on it and it goes, exotic.
Yep.
So Markiplier said, how long before someone makes a remix of
Exotic butters?
And if somebody with 20 million subscribers says how long before someone makes, the answer is hours.
Yeah, I know.
So within a week there were 100, probably 100. My favorite one was not called an Exotic Butters remix, so it got several hundred views, but it was called the Hand Unit song. And it was Real Sully G was the guy who'd written it. And he only wrote it like halfway through, but he did such a good job. It was like Hand Unit on the screen, and he had taken all my lines from the game and adjusted the rhythm of them in them to fit the song. And like all the words were on Hand Unit's screen. I was like, dude, you've got to finish this. I finally got a hold of him a year later, so he finished it, and he's like, I'm not doing FNAF stuff on my channel anymore. You just have the video. Put it on your channel. And so it's on. Yeah, so it's on my channel now. It is exquisite. It is to the tune of Barbra Streisand by Duck Soup. You know where they go. Barbra Streisand. I would listen to it in my car if I were not 48 and didn't know how to do it. I don't know how to put music on my phone. I just listen to YouTube on my phone. Okay, next question. Yes, ma'am, in the red shirt.
I
on the subject of music, how do you feel about the Living Tombstone songs?
They slap.
Tombstone, is that the Join Us for a Bite? Are they the ones that did that one?
No, that's JT Machinima.
Okay, which one is Living Tombstone? I hear them all, but I don't know who wrote them. Kind of like the real radio.
They did the 5 Nights at Freddy's song. They did It's Been So Long.
Yes.
Dying of Fire.
Yeah.
I Can't Fix You. God,
Yeah, they're good. And really,
Oh yeah,
those
you're right.
musicians are so talented.
Yeah.
I mean, they have way more YouTube followers than we do. I mean, they're, so they're way more famous than we are. But I mean, they are spectacular. Like that dude that did Join Us for a Bite got the girl who placed on Australia's Got Talent to sing it. I mean, it's just, they just, the creativity that this has inspired in people is just mind-blowing. Okay, another question behind her.
Who's your favorite FNAF character? And this can be arranged to kind of spreading one to custom night.
Do you mean
Mr. Hippo's
besides ours?
Yeah, besides
No, I don't even care about the other ones.
I've never even watched them. I don't even know
No,
what
because
they're
it's like Mr. Hippo was a voice I've always done, and I was like, time to use it for this one.
Yeah, but who do you think looks the coolest out of all the characters?
It's a lot.
Because Mr. Hippo does not look the coolest.
No, dude. Carbs, those aren't your friend, pal. Man, like the coolest looking? Orville's kind of the cool looking.
Orville?
Yeah, but like the Foxies are cool. Freddy's like the OG, so it's like, oh, like they're all. Well, you want me to say handy on it? Is that what you're like?
Well, my favorite new one is definitely Mr. Hippo because he's so hilarious. But of the OG characters, I like Bonnie. Bonnie looks cool.
Yeah.
Nah, it's Foxy all the way.
Team Foxy.
Too Foxy. Shriggity shooty, he coming for your booty.
I noticed at my table though, like a lot of times I'll have out stickers for the kids to get, just little free stickers. Foxy goes first every time. He's by far the most popular among the kids.
Too Foxy.
Any of the Foxies, and then I won't go with Freddy, but it's really after all that, everybody's kind of even.
Bonnie's head
Chica's just like rolling.
I think that's
in
what
your
I
brain.
like. It's cool. And he's the
That's my daughter's favorite.
Parts of service on the new game on the Help One. Oh yeah, you got to take out his eyes. Then you got to open up his faceplate.
Mhm.
So then it's faceplate, then you have to take this one back
I'm like scared. I saw you playing it on YouTube.
Yeah, dude. All right.
Where are you going? Where do you get the thing on? I mess it up so much.
Oh, it's bad. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Here. Get the glasses.
Do you keep up with the game lore and fan theories and stuff? Like, the game theories just came out with another theory like 2 days ago.
I heard that.
Absolutely going insane, everyone.
Yeah.
Whenever I post something on YouTube or something, it'll get like a ton of views. And I'm like, my other stuff that I do, nobody cares. I'm like, all right, if I need some views, phone it in, post it, 5 minutes of place. But no, like they're like, do you know Matt Pat? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't get it. Then I feel like old Mr. Hip Hop. I don't get it. There's a Super Nintendo that you kids are playing. What are you playing? Like, I don't get. It makes this franchise make me feel so old sometimes.
Well, Matt Pat was the first gamer that I watched. So the day Sister Location came out, I actually wasn't at home. I was in Memphis, Tennessee, which was an hour away. I live in a small town, so you have to go to Memphis to go to anything that ends with ologist or a mall. So we were at the mall, or actually I don't remember where we were shopping. Oh, it was a Dirt Cheap, which is an awesome store, but I was tired of it. So I was out in the car, and I was just watching the live streams, and it was Matt Pat, and he was awesome. And since I keep up sometimes, like right now, I didn't know he had something come out. I know something big had happened the other day. But Matt Pat is genius level intellect. Matt Pat's got a 160 IQ. He and his wife are both so cute and entertaining that. But there are people out there with IQs like his that are figuring out life insurance statistics for companies, or they're curing cancer. This guy comes up with game theories that make all of us go at the same time. He is such a genius, and why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
That's so plainly obvious, right? Like Ballora being the mom.
Yeah.
How did I think of that? She's tall, she's sad, she's crying about the room being empty where her kid was. Of course she's the mom.
Yeah.
And Scott comes on and says, well, not everything you said was right, but that's pretty close. And so, but it was a 30-minute theory that he had laid out. So, I mean, for him, Scott to say it's pretty close. So yeah, the theorists are all interesting, but Matt Pett's the king of the theorists.
Yep.
I think that he's the king, but that's just a theory.
That's Andy's theory.
Okay, what else? Way in the back, all I see is a black sleeve. There you go. Yes.
All right.
So,
We signed your Sprite bottle, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyways, unrelated to that question, but it has something to do with possessed robots. Have you watched the original 1988 Child's Play?
Of course. I graduated high school in '89. I saw kids did in high school was good. I saw every movie that came out in '98, '88 probably. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know, it
I
was,
feel like it's a trick question. Like, oh, you still? You loser!
I can turn this around back to Five Nights at Freddy's though. It was scary. That was back in the days of Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Child's Play.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King had some films out and stuff, and those things were scary.
But it was practical effects, like
Yeah.
like suspense, not like Jaws. Like you
Yeah.
don't see the shark that much.
I think the scariest moments in any of those to me, though, are the same things that Scott has mastered. I think the scariest thing to all of us is not being able to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing that really gets you in a jump scare is that you've immersed your. It's like, I know I'm going to get jump scared. I know I'm going to get jump scared. I know I'm going to get jump scared, but I've got to concentrate. I've got to concentrate. I've got to concentrate.
Yep.
I forgot I was going to get jump scared. Boom, there's the jump scare.
Yeah, yep.
And it's just, it's like I'm so focused on taking Bonnie's right eye, which one is, okay, this is my right, that's Bonnie's right. Okay, and you're so focused on that, and that's when they get you.
Yep.
And it's just terrifying. Yes, ma'am.
So, this has been just a wonderful experience for me to come with my son. I'm now in his world.
Yes.
So, I thank you for sharing. Do you guys have your own costume to practice the characters in front of,
No,
do you ever go to any of the cons in character?
No,
in the
because I don't think I've gone to I've gone to conventions like with Deadpool mask and stuff. Because I know a prop company makes them for the movie, so I do that kind of stuff to be fun. But it's like I've never, because it's weird. Like we're involved with Five Nights at Freddy's. We love it. It's just I don't think we don't have the time that we'd like because we're working actors and. I can't go home.
And
dads, yeah. The time I have, I go, okay, I'm picking up the kids from school or taking them to gymnastics or soccer practice. I coach, I coach Little League, it's awesome. Big League Chew, it's great.
Do they have the costumes?
Because my kids don't care, which is fun, because I think, but I think it's because they know it's me and it ruins the illusion, and then it's like, we'll be watching we watch something, and then my wife goes, they don't care, don't tell them it's you. It's like, it's a weird thing, but like when I practice, not to get off of Five Nights at Freddy's, but when I practice the voices for who I have to double, I use deep fake and fake face swap technology to put the actor's face on my face, so I can see all the mannerisms, like the arm, right? Like, if you look at Arnold, first of all, look at you, so to practice all these things here. Fantastic, yeah. So I can see like my face.
Wow.
And if I can see that, or like a Sam Elliott.
Do Sam Elliott just sort of do like this.
Like I can see it on me. So that helps me with the characters when I can see whoever I'm doing. But like Five Nights at Freddy's, I just go, well, that's an old guy. But now that I see Mr. Hippo, I don't play figures, but you know what I mean? Like, Mr. Hippo, go okay, kiss Bonnie. No, don't kiss Bonnie, kiss Chica. I don't do that, but it's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the closest I've come to like pretending and getting into the character. Because we know the characters. We did the characters before we saw their faces, right?
Yeah. So I have cosplayed very mildly. Occasionally on a con, I'll even wear it. I've got a maintenance man shirt from Circus Baby's Pizza World.
Nice.
In sister location, you weren't the security guard anymore. You were the maintenance man.
Mm-hmm.
You move around and maintain these murderous animatronics. And so it says Andy on one. It's the same old maintenance man shirt. There's a tag over here that says Andy, and over here it says Circus Baby's Pizza World. It's a Dickies work shirt. And then I'll wear like a tool belt, and I've got jumper cables and electronic stuff, and I've got a slot for a hand unit. I've got a 3D printed hand unit that I carry in it, so I look like the maintenance man. So there have been occasions where I've been walking around like that, and some old celebrity guest, like you go to a horror con, and there's like horror authors and people who starred in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. You know, these are old people, and they're like, what is that on your belt? You know, what is that yellow thing? You know, I'm not really a maintenance guy at the convention center. This is my costume. But, so I went to, the only convention I've ever been to where I wasn't a celebrity guest. I got a VIP pass to go to Raleigh SuperCon in Raleigh, North Carolina. And it was huge, 40,000 people in their first year.
Wow.
In comparison, I think we're expecting about 2,300, 2,400 a year this year. So 40,000, literally 20 times this. Anyway, and it was massive, and I would just walk around in that. And so there were people in Five Nights at Freddy's costumes there. And there was nobody from Five Nights at Freddy's there. They just liked the game so much, that's what they chose to cosplay as. So I would go up to them, and I had some little autograph cards in my pocket, and I would talk to them for a minute, and I would tell them who I was, and they would freak out, and I would do the voice. But then on occasion, someone who was a diehard fan would notice my costume, and I would go, "No way, dude! Your sister location," and I was like, "Okay, this is a real fan that would recognize her."
Yep.
I would see Hand Unit hanging on a belt and see Circus Baby's Pizza World and put all that together, and so then I would give them even a little bit more. But it was pretty cool to walk around with that because you know, you just kind of know. I mean, you're a voice actor, no one knows who you are. That was fun. But I felt like Mark Hamill the time he wore a stormtrooper costume at Comic-Con. That's what I felt like. I mean, in my mind, that's all right. We do long answers. Great hair with the cowlick here.
What's your dream role to get?
I have 3. You want
Like acting or just voiceover?
Yeah.
I want to do baseball movies so bad, but that's like.
Baseball, man. I love baseball. I want to star in a Pixar movie. Like, there is nothing. That's it.
What about on camera? Baseball
Yeah,
movie?
like baseball movie.
What about SNL?
But yeah, SNL, because I have a friend on SNL, and I'm like, I want to get on it so bad. That's my dream. SNL is my dream role. Saturday Night Live, and then yeah, just a Pixar movie. Like I just want, like, if that was it, I'd be like, I'm quit now. I'd quit now. I wouldn't, but like,
Hands down, Pixar.
Here's my 3 dream voiceover jobs. I would like to be a Disney villain. I started with the most excited one. I would like to be the voice of Home Depot. More saving, more do it. But probably what I would really like, my dream voiceover client, I would like 60 small clients to pay me $350 each once a month.
Yeah.
If I lose one of them, life is good. Because those are awesome. The little $350 voiceover jobs. It's like you get in there, you record it 2 minutes later, you're $350 richer. It's like, wow, that was awesome. Those are great. And I don't know what 60 times 350 is, but it's a lot. 18,000? A little more. 19? Hey Siri. What is 60 times 350?
60 times 350 is 21,000.
I'll take that. 248,000, 252,000. Yes, sir.
What's your favorite kind of
My favorite kind of what? Bonnie? I think it's a toy Bonnie. The cool looking one that's kind of squatty with the guitar. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I think it's the coolest looking one.
My favorite is the one from the Joys of Creation Reborn.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Take your time, dude. It's late.
No pressure. 5, 4.
My kids, you just
All right.
out of bed, right?
I'm going to come back to you. Okay? Yes.
So you mentioned a little bit about FNAF VR, and I just wanted to ask personally, I got an Oculus around the time FNAF VR came out, and I still haven't bought it because I can't understand how you could play that game without being paralyzed in fear.
Bold of you to assume I'm not scared.
Yeah, like how you even do anything.
I don't know. I know it's a game, but I'm not going to actually die. Right?
Do it with friends, it helps.
Yeah. I wanted to get it because I knew that the YouTubers couldn't do it justice. And they really can. I mentioned before how good Scott is at doing things that really scare us. There's so many little bitty things in the VR game that if you're watching for, you're like, wow. Like, there were times where you were forced to lean forward. right? And you're like, it never occurs to you when you're playing the 2D game, but there are times in VR where you have to lean into this thing to see around things. That's brilliant that they would put that there to make you do that, right? Especially in vent repairs, what I'm talking about. You've got this vent, and there's innard, and you got to keep a headlamp on him. But you've also got to look down to look at these wires and solve this problem. But some of those wires are around the corner of the edge of the vent, so you got to, and then you're like trying to put your hand on the edge of the vent, and there's nothing there because you're in your living room. It's some brilliant stuff, and just the idea that the animatronics in the game are like 7 feet tall. They're huge. You know, I've seen them in the store. They're plushies. They're like this tall. You know, you get in that game, and there they are.
Yeah,
and
that's a whole.
and their heads follow you when you move. And